Hello, welcome. I am Advocate Bhagyashree Bhosle, working as a lecturer in Sri Pancham Hemraj Law College, Savantwadi. In today's lecture, we shall see the human rights of a prisoner, the various conventions, laws at the international level as well as national level for the protection of a prisoner's right. The word prisoner means any person who is kept under a custody in a jail or a prison because he or she committed an act prohibited by the law of a land. A prisoner is also known as an inmate, is anyone who against their will is deprived of a liberty. This liberty can be deprived forcefully, restraint or a confinement. Prisoners' rights deal with the right of inmates while behind the bars. Prisoners have a right, basic legal rights that cannot be taken away from them. The basic rights include right to food and water, right to have an attorney to defend himself, protection from the torture, protection from violence and racial harassment. Section 1 of the Prisoners Security Act 1992 define the term prisoner as the word prisoner means any person for the time being in a prison as a result of any requirement imposed by a court or otherwise that he be detained in a legal custody. This paper presents the right of the prisoner in a detail related to the case laws. Then we shall see the international human right law, various provision of an international human right law to protect the right of the prisoner. International human right law protect people from the racial discrimination, from a torture and from forced disappearances. They also recognize the right of a specific group of people including women, children and people with the disability, indigenous peoples and migrant workers. Some of these treaties are complementary by the optional protocol that deal with the specific issues or allow the people to make them complaint. United Nations Charter. The provision of a United Nations Charter. We shall see. The Charter of the United Nations was signed on a 26 Jan 1945 in San Francisco. At the conclusion of a United Nations conference, international organization came into force on October 20, 1945. The basic principle for the treatment of a prisoner was adopted and proclaimed by the General Assembly. The principles are as follows. Prisoners shall be treated with the inherent dignity and values of a human being. No discrimination on the ground of a race, sex, color, language, religion, political, national or a social origin, property, birth or other status. Then another principle of a United Nations Charter is to respect the religious belief and cultural prospect of the group to which the prisoners belong. The responsibility of the prison for the custody of the prisoner and for the protection of the society against the crime and its fundamental responsibility for promoting the well-being and development of all members of a society. All prisoners shall retain the human right and fundamental freedom set out by the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, International Convention of Economic, Social and Cultural Right, International Convention on a Civil and Political Right, and the optional protocol as well as such other right as are set out in other United Nations conventions. Those are as follows. Right of the prisoner to take a part in the cultural activities and educational aimed at the full development of the human personality. Abolition of the solitary confinement as a punishment or to restrain of its use should be undertaken or encouraged. Prisoners to undertake meaningful remunerated employment which will facilitate their reintegration into the country. Labor's market and permit them to contribute to their own financial support and to that of their families. Access to the health services without discrimination on the ground of their legal situation. With the participation and health of a community and social institution and with regard to the interest of the victim, favorably conditions shall be created for the reintegration of a ex-prisoner in a society. Then all these above principles shall be applied impartially. Then we shall see the provision of protection regarding protection of a prisoner in the International Bill of Right. As per the Universal Declaration of a Human Right, which was adopted by the General Assembly of the United Nations in 1948, a movement was started in the United Nations in the form of a United Declaration of a Human Right, which was adopted by the General Assembly of the United Nations. The provision in the document are allows no one should be are as follows: no one should be subject to a torture or torture or to cruel, inhuman or a degrading treatment or a punishment. Everyone has a right to life, liberty, security of a person. No one shall be subject to arbitrary arrest, detention and exile. Everyone charged with a penal offence has the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty accordance to the law in a public trial at which he has had all the guarantee necessary for his defense. Then we shall see the provision in the International Convention on a Civil and Political Right 1966. The ICCPR means International Convention on a Civil and Political Right. The core instrumental treaty on the protection of the right of the prisoner. Following relevant provision of the convent are as follows: no one shall be subject to the cruel, inhuman and degrading treatment or a punishment. Everyone has a right to liberty, security of a person. No one shall be subject to arbitrary arrest and detention. All a person deprived of their liberty shall be treated with a humanity and with respect to their inherent dignity of the human person. No one shall be imprisoned merely on a ground of an inability to fulfill a contractual obligation. Then we shall see the provision of a United Nations core convention and specific instrument. The provisions are as follows: standard minimum rule for the treatment of a prisoner. Amnesty International in 1955 formulated certain standard of rules for the protection and treatment of a prisoner. Some important relevant rules are as follows: principle of equality should be prevail. There shall be no discrimination on the ground of race, sex, color, religion, political or other opinion, national or social origin, property, birth or other status among the prisoner. Men and women shall be, so far as possible, be detained in a separate institution. Complete separation between the civil prisoners and prisoners imprisoned by the reason of a criminal offence. Young prisoners should be kept separate from the adult prisoner. All sort of a cruel, inhuman and degrading punishment shall be completely prohibited. Availability of at least one qualified medical officer with the knowledge of the psychiatrist. Convention against the torture and other cruel and inhuman or a degrading treatment or a punishment. The convention state that the state party has to take effective legislative and judicial and other measures to prevent act of a torture. No state party shall expel, return or extradite a person who is in danger of being subject to a torture. State party should ensure that all act of a torture are offences under the criminal law. Then we shall see the provision under the Indian law to protect the right of a prisoner. The right guaranteed in a part 3 of the Indian Constitution are available to the prisoners also. Because a prisoner is treated as a person in a prison. As per the Article 14, contemplated that like as such be treated alike and also provided the concept of a reasonable classification. This article provides the basic for the prison authority to determine the various categories of a prisoner and their classification with the object to reformation. Indian Constitution guarantees the six freedom to the citizen of India, among which certain freedom cannot be enjoyed by the prisoner. They are freedom of movement, freedom to residence and to settle in the country and freedom of a profession. But other freedoms conferred in this article are enjoyed by the prisoner. Moreover, the constitution provided the various other provisions, though cannot directly be called as a prisoner, but right but these are relevant to the protection of a right of the prisoner. Among them, Article 20, Article 21 and Article 22 are the important. Then we shall see the various enactment and the rule regarding the protection of a right of the prisoner in India. First of all, we shall see the provision of the Prisons Act 1894. This act is the first legislation regarding the prison regulation in India. Following are the some of the important provisions regarding the prisoners' right. Accommodation and sanitary conditions for the prisoners. Provision regarding the mental and physical state of the prisoners. Examination of a prisoner by the qualified medical practitioner. Separation of a prisoner for male, female, criminal, civil and convicted under the trial and under trial prisoner. Provision for the treatment under the trial under trial, civil prisoner, parole and temporary release of the prisoner. Then another important enactment for the protection of the prisoner's right is the Prisoners Act 1990. It is the duty, as per the provision of this act, it is the duty of the government for the removal of any prisoner detained under any order or a sentence of any court, which is of unsound mind to lunatic asylum and other places where he shall be given a proper treatment. Any court, which is a high court, may, in case in which it has recommended to government the granting of a free pardon to any prison, permit him to be at liberty on his own cognizance. Then third important law relating to the protection of a prisoner in India is the Transfer of a Prisoners Act 1950. This act was enacted for the transfer of a prisoner from one state to another state for the rehabilitation or vocational training and for overpopulated jails to less cognized jail within the state. Then the Prisoners Attendance in the Courts Act 1955. This act contained the provision authorizing the removal of the prisoner to civil or a criminal court for giving evidence or for answering the charges of an offences. We shall see that certain important cases decided by the Supreme Court regarding the prisoner. In DBM Patnaik versus State of Andhra Pradesh, the Supreme Court asserted that the mere detention does not deprive the convict of all fundamental rights enshrined in the Constitution of India. In Hiralal Malik versus State of Bihar, the SC stressed the rehabilitation of a prisoner and reformation of the prisoner. In a Sunil Batra versus Delhi administration, the courts held that the fact that a person is legally in a prison does not prevent the use of a habeas corpus to protect his other inherent right. In the Prem Shankar Shukla versus Delhi administration, the court held that no person shall be handcuffed, fettered routinely for the convenience of the custodians and escort. In this way, Supreme Court also stressed and pointed out in various cases that prisoners are a human right and no one can deprive the human right of the prisoner. Then we shall see the National Conference provision in a National Conference on a Human Right of a Prisoner on a 14 November 1955. The consequences was emerged to work out the draft law on a prisoner. A core group has prepared a draft bill, namely the Indian Prison Act 1955, which was circulated to the state government for their consideration and also to the Ministry of Law. But the bill is still pending under the consideration of the government of India. Then we shall see the regional law which protecting the right of the prisoner. The European Convention on a Human Right. This convention has its own history in the importance of the human right. Some of the important provisions of the convention are as follows. No one shall be deprived of his life intentionally save in the execution of the sentence of a court following his conviction of a crime for which this penalty is provided. No one shall be subject of inhuman treatment or a degrading treatment or a punishment. Everyone who is deprived of his liberty by arrest shall be entitled to take a proceeding by which the lawfulness of his detention shall be decided speedily by the court, and his release be ordered if the detention is not lawful. Everyone who has been the victim of arrest in contravention of the provision shall have the enforceable right to the compensation. In conclusion, we can say that life is not merely animal existence. The right guaranteed by the Article 21 are the every person for the every person, and not even the state could deny it. Prisoners also have all the right which a free man has under some restriction. Just being in a prison does not deprive them from their fundamental right. So there is a provision that prisoners are a human being and no one can deprive the human right of a prisoner. Thank you.